So today we are going to set up an environment for practicing the Postgres system. Okay. So generally most of the Postgres systems are running in a Linux machine. So for that we need to install a Linux on top of our Windows. For that what we use, we use a technology called VMware to install the Linux machine on that on top of the our Windows. Okay, so VMware is used for the VMware is a virtual technology through which you can install the Linux machine on top of the Windows, your Windows laptop or desktop, whatever it is. Okay, so to do that, first of all, what we need to do, right? So we need to just go to any of the location and you need to create one folder. This folder is going to hold the binaries. Okay, this folder is going to hold the binaries, or this folder is going to hold the Linux operating system level files for the Linux. Okay, operating system files for the Linux. So I'm preparing a I am creating a one folder under E drive, and there is a folder called PG notes. On that I have created a one directory. Okay, now let's go to the VMware and now click on create new virtual machine. Okay, then click on next, and so you need to select an option as I will install the operating system later. So why we need to select this is like we will be installing the operating system later once all the settings are done. Now click on next. Okay, then what type of Linux machine you are trying to install? In my case, I'm going to install RHEL 7. Okay, so the options will be same. The GUI may differ, but the options will be one and the same. Okay, so I have selected Oracle Linux 764-bit and click on next. So here you need to give the name. The name can be anything. I'm going to give offline hyphen training, and so and you need to go to the location which you have created. Okay, so let me go to E drive. Under E drive there is a node called PG nodes. Under PG nodes I'm going to copy all the Linux level files here. Okay, just click on save, then click on next. Okay, so what is the yeah what is the this said that I recommend is I recommend you to give like 50 GB of disk, and you need to select store space as a single file. Okay, then click on next. Okay, then go to customize hardware. Here you need to give what how much amount of RAM that you want to give to your system, and all those things you need to mention here. Okay, the thing is, it depends on your system capacity. Okay, let's say you have a 8 GB of RAM. I recommend you to give like 3 GB for the VMware. If you have like 16 GB, you can give like 4 GB. In my case, I'm trying to give like 4 GB of RAM, and then go to network adapter, take bridged network connection, and take the replicate physical network as a connection state. Okay, so we don't need to know each and everything about all these settings, because just we are trying to set up an environment to install the Linux machine. On top of that, we will install Postgres and we will practice. Okay, we are going to practice. Then just click on close. Okay, now here click on finish. Okay, so there is a other node got created. Now just what you need to do, now you need to edit virtual, click on edit virtual machine settings, then go to CD DVD. Okay, here use ISO image file. Okay, so here you need to select the Linux operating system which you want to install. Okay, so I have already downloaded the RHEL for my RHEL 6 for my practice. So I'm selecting that ISO image of that and click on OK. Once everything is done, just click on power on this virtual machine. Then it will go through series of steps which we need to follow. Once done, once done, that installation of the installation of the Linux machine will be completed. Okay, let's wait for some time. And one more thing, if you want to go into the VMware, then you need to type like Control G. Okay, if you want to go out from the VMware, then you need to press Control Alt. Okay, Control Alt. Control Alt is for coming out from the VM. Control G is for going into the VM. Okay, if you see here, to direct input to this VM, click Control G. Just when you click Control G, our mouse will go into the VM. Okay, just let it go. So if you want to come out from this VM, then you need to press like Control Alt. If you see here in at the if you see here at the end, right here, it is showing like to direct input to the VM, Control G. When I press Control G, so I'm going inside the VM. Just click on skip. It will take time. Yes. Yeah. Now click on next here. Okay. So now the language is English. Just click on next. Next. So basic storage device, nothing, no need to change anything. Just click on next. So reinitialize all. Click on reinitialize all. Okay. Now here you need to give the host name. Host name can be anything. Okay. Host name can be anything. So what I'm doing going to give is like node. Okay. What I'm trying to give is like node dot r offline training offline t dot kuchipudi.com. This is what I'm trying to give. Now configure network. Here what you need to understand is like you, if you want, right, if you want, you can make the Linux to accessible from the Windows. Okay, in Windows what we will do, we will install a putty or we will install on any other tools. Through that we can connect to the VMware. Okay, for that, how, what is the simple trick that we need to follow is, first of all, before here it will ask you for the password. Okay, sorry, here it will ask you for what, IP address. Okay, what IP address that we need to give, that for that we need to follow a simple technique. Okay, first come, what you need to do, right, first you need to check your Windows IP address. Just go to command prompt in Windows. Okay, just go to command prompt in Windows and type like ipconfig. Okay, ipconfig. So what is the IP address? 192.168.29.119. Okay, I will give the, so the IP address of the new Linux machine would be starts with this series only. When you give like this, no, it makes you to establish a connection from your Windows to Linux. So now what I'll do, 192 dot, go to IPv4 settings. Then here method you need to select manual, and here you need to add the IP address 192.168. So what is the Windows IP? Let me recheck once again. 192.168. Yes, 192.168.29. There it was 119. I'm going to be like 123. Okay, just press tab and let me, then click on apply. Okay, click on apply next, and now click on 1 minute. Yeah, now click on close. Okay, then click on next. So here you need to select the time. So just go to Indian map and take like Asia Kolkata. Okay, then click on next. 1 minute. So here it is asking for the admin password. Okay, here it is asking for the admin password. What is the admin password that you need to remember this? Okay, if you forget the admin password, then everything will be gone. You need to install freshly again. Okay, so here I'm going to be like admin 123, admin 123. Okay, then click on next. Use anyway, it is saying like it is a weak password, let it, that's okay. So now here this is a concept of partitioning, okay. So so it tells about whether you want to have a single file system or you wanted to like partition the entire file system, okay, whatever the 50 GB that we have assigned, okay. So now for that I'm going to create mount points on the Linux machine, like how we have like E drive, C drive, F drive in Windows. In Linux we call it as a mount points. For that I'm taking a create custom layout option. Now click on next. So here, so what are the 50 GB that we have added in the last steps, it was showing up here. So now just click on create, click on create. So the standard partition, then click on create. So here you need to, the standard partition, right? So for root we will give like at least 12 GB. So root means here it is a slash, okay, slash. So 12 GB means around like 12,500 something. 12 into 1024. So approximately I'm giving like 12,300 kind of thing, okay. Then click on OK. Here we are done with the root. Now again the free storage is 38 GB. Again click on the free, click on free, click on create. Again standard partition, click on create. So root is done. Now temp around you can give like 3 to 4 GB. I'll be giving like 3 GB, 3000. Click on OK. Again click on free, click on create, standard partition. Now just take swap also I'm giving like 3000. 3000 means approximately like 3 GB, okay. Oh, sorry, let me edit this. So how much I'm going to give? I'm going to give like around 3000, 3096, like that I'm going to give. Almost like 3 GB. Okay. So these are the standard mount points that I have created. Now I'm going to create a custom mount points for Postgres installation and database initialization. So for that, I'm going to create two more mount points. One is /u01. Okay, /u01. For that, how much total free GB that is available? 32 GB available. For that, what I'm trying to do, like I'm trying to give almost like 12 GB for u01, which means like 12,000. Okay, 12,000 I'm giving for u01. And now click on create standard partition, and I'm going to give one more point /u02. So whatever the free space that is available, I'm going to utilize everything for this u02. So fill up to maximum allowable size, okay. Then click on OK. So I have all my what required mount points, and just I'm clicking on next. So form, it will ask you for to format the 50 GB, just format it, then write changes to disk, okay. It is trying to format the 50 GB whatever we have assigned for the Linux. Okay, now just simply click on next. We don't need to bother about all these things. Yeah, here this option is very important. Here you need to select customize now, okay. You need to select customize now, then click on next, and here you need to select couple of options, okay. Blindly no need to check anything, just take control here, right click, select all optional packages. For all the things that are available in your left side, you need to do the same thing, okay. So right click, control A, select all optional packages, right click, control A, select all optional packages, because this is not that much important, but just we need a Linux environment to like what you to install the Postgres. So just simply select all these options, no logic required actually, because in real time, so we are not the ones who is going to take care of the Linux installation. Who will be doing that? the Linux admins are going to perform the Linux installation. So let me blindly select all those things except language, select everything. Okay. Control A, select optional packages, then click on next. Okay, now whatever the packages that we have selected, that those packages needs to be installed. Once this packages are installed, it will ask you for the reboot a couple of times. Once you have rebooted, your Linux machine is ready for the use. Okay, it might take some time, but yeah. It might take some time. Install manual. So what it needs to do, it needs to complete all the functional packages that it is showing up here. Once everything is done, it will ask you for a couple of reboots. Once you reboot it, your Linux machine will be installed and ready to be used. Okay, it will take some time. Just I'll keep it on I'll keep it on for you guys. Just after some time, just we will connect again and follow up with the next step. Just I'll make the system like this itself. Okay. So we are almost done with the installation. So out of like 2312 packages, 2211 has been installed. Let the rest of packages to be installed, then we will proceed with the next steps. We are almost done with the installation. Okay, let's wait for a minute to continue the next steps. So now it will ask you for a couple of reboots. Yeah. So now it is asking you for the reboot, right? So just click on reboot. So it will take a while to reboot the system. And we are almost done. It will take like. Okay, so now just click on forward. So it is asking you for the license information, just you can accept the agreement, and it is asking you to register for like the software updates and all. So we can select it's not required actually, so I prefer not to register here, and just click on forward. Then no thanks, I'll connect later. Forward, and it is asking you to create one user in the Linux. Okay, it's not, we don't use this user, but it's a mandatory to create a new user. Just I'm creating like Harry, password, fill these details, and just like click on forward, and it's saying like it's a weak password. That's okay, yes. And it is asking you to set the time. Okay, the time is like August 3rd of August. Otherwise, let's synchronize date with this, and I will then click on forward. It's not required, just you can uncheck this and then let the time be there. Okay, click on forward. So that's okay, just click okay, just finish, change the game, no. So with this we have completed the entire Linux installation, and let's check something. So it is rebooting again. Once the reboot is done, our Linux system is ready for the play. Okay, so now it is asking you for the user to connect. So just click as other and log in as a root user, and the password that I have given is like admin123. So see, our system is logged in. Can close and right click. Okay, that's okay. It is showing some basic information. Yeah, see, with this we have completed the like entire Linux installation, and tomorrow we will be starting with the Postgres installation.